Here in Colorado, I think we're really fortunate to have had an entire community-based approach to supporting the youth apprenticeship. The creation of CareerWise to help get the employers invested in doing this work, and the school district. Denver Public Schools has been deeply embedded in this work for several years now, starting with career-focused classes and then moving all the way up into the youth apprenticeship. And it's one of the kind of programs that's sort of a no-brainer. When our kids take 2 Career Connect classes, they're 40% more likely to graduate on time. If they participate in the youth apprenticeship, they're 270% more likely to graduate on time. Like, who can argue with that? Particularly when it's creating the workforce that our employers here regionally need.
But what Youth Apprenticeship offers to students is a way to start working, figure out what you're good at, and see the value that education can have for you. And at the completion of an apprenticeship, the student then can decide to go right to work or to go back to college and get that higher education, but they do so with so much more knowledge about what they want out of their career and what it's gonna take to get there.
For the apprenticeship program, I actually considered dropping out of high school. It's not something I like to admit, but it wasn't because it was hard for me. It was because a lot of what I was learning in high school didn't apply to the world around me.
The apprenticeship program has helped me a lot by understanding how to connect things from school that I learned in the real world.
The biggest piece of advice I would give a student if they were really interested in the program, and just if they wanted just a little taste of it, anything, I would just tell them it's the biggest opportunity you're ever gonna have in your life.
I'm finally able to put together the pieces that what I'm learning in school really does have to do with what I'm doing at work.
The apprenticeship really attracted me in that it helped me get college credits while I was in high school. And on top of it, it also gave me real life experience as to what my job would be. The apprentice really changed my trajectory, as without it, I probably would have just barely graduated high school. My first day of college would have been probably last month. But instead, I actually have 1.5 years of college already completed. I even have a full-time job, and the full-time job even has tuition reimbursement where they'll help me pay for college. So without the apprenticeship, I wouldn't be having any of that right now.
The credentials that our apprentices earn are recognized in our industry, and so they can use the knowledge they gain to work here or perhaps somewhere else, but they can take that with them. Another great thing is that this opportunity validates education. So when apprentices come here, they start working and they realize what I'm learning in school really matters, and so we see an uptick in interest, and we just see them being able to apply what they're learning at school here.
This is a good opportunity for you to grow as a person and in your professional field, and I think that if you really want something, you should go and get it.
When we're talking about apprenticeship, we're talking about a completely different ballgame. We're asking employers to do a 3-year experience. We're asking them to set up training plans for our students on specific pathways that align with higher education. And that is simply work that a school district cannot do on their own.
When we look at our youth apprenticeships, one of the great things is that it is benefiting all the students in our district. So the makeup of the students in our youth apprenticeships really mirrors closely the demographics in our district. And so as we begin to provide more opportunities to students, like we have gone from 4 high schools who are participating in youth apprenticeships to 20 in just 2 years, that will absolutely be the trend.
The advice I would give to other students who are considering the apprenticeship is to take it. It's a really good opportunity where their college is being paid and they're working and learning at the same time while getting paid, and they're getting prepared for the future to see if they want to actually go into that field or not. And that's just an opportunity that not many people or students can get.
We find that youth apprentices have a better understanding of why what they're doing in school is important, the relevance that's going to have for their future. They also understand from working side by side with adults the value that developing these skills will have for advancing their career, and the value education opportunities will have for them as well.